Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you are on this amazing planet. Welcome to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Yep, we're still in it. And a big welcome to our newest members of the Love Train, especially for those of you who's most of you, you followed the energy here and found us. And we welcome you with nothing but pure love and light. And without further ado, welcome to our newest members from Sandpoint, Idaho. Welcome to you. Also, we have new from South Carolina. A big welcome to you. And India. Lovely. So happy to have you here. Welcome to you. And welcome those from Ohio and then also Tyler, Texas. So, gosh, we keep growing and expanding. I just had a beautiful conversation with a member in Arkansas. So, any of you from Arkansas, please drop it in the comments below because so you guys can get together and get to know each other. It's so great to see how these natural co-creations are forming here within the community. So let's keep it rolling. So a lot to talk about today. I'm going to go quickly though, because I'm yet feeling a little tired now. It's probably all of this stuff, right? I know it is. So before I jump into the Schumann, though, I did want to address a couple of comments that came forward. And thank you guys, by the way, for coming forward and being honest about what you're going through, because then I'm able to give you some guidance and some insight where it's needed. There was one comment in particularly, and it was around food. Now, there's a lot coming forward about food that my guides are giving me little piecemeal. Our whole relationship to food is changing because we're going from becoming a Homo sapien to Homo luminous, which means we're going to have less density in the body. Our diets are all changing, and I don't mean diet as in counting calories and any of that crap. That was all part of separation, to be honest. And but just in terms of, but right now, they're recommending intuitive eating, but I want you to be able to recognize when it's your intuition and when it's the noodle. So guidance is always and only comes from a place of love. And I know that the person asking this question was asking out of pure innocence and really looking for some guidance and insight on this. And I took the comment down because I like to do this to protect you guys when there's something that I don't want anybody else judging this person because they were coming from complete innocence. But whenever I see something that could be inflammatory in any way, I take it down and then I address it here. I don't call anybody out because this is somebody that was reaching out with courage and asking, truthfully for my input on it. So I did take it down mainly because of the verbiage, because my guidance was, okay, let's flip the verbiage on this. So I want to give you some insight. So you said that you were being guided to eat more organic, which is very common right now. Many of us are feeling the connection to Gaia. I've gone through weird food cravings from like I was eating bags of oranges for months, and then it was like potatoes. And now when I want to ground, I do go to that potato, and it makes sense. Her energy is in it. So here is what Spirit has to say about food, and they're very clear on this. So all living things on our planet, all have a soul and a consciousness, and those that came forward knowing that they were in the food chain in any way, they're revered. They're revered in their own consciousness and within their own soul groups. And so I saw the words not eating dead flesh. So your soul won't use that terminology ever because they don't see anything as dead. We're eternal beings focused into the body. And then when we transition, including animals, they call it leaving the density of the body behind. Some plants leave the density of the body behind. So they wouldn't use that verbiage. It's a human judgment that happened. And again, it's innocent because it was based on our experience in the 3D. So that was the main reason that I took it down. Now, if your body is telling you that it needs more vegetables, then by all means do that. But you don't want to do it from any type of a judgment. And the other piece to this, why I wanted to bring it forward, and thank you for bringing this up, is that there are many, many souls on the planet right now who still do require multiple forms of protein. Our bodies are evolving and things are changing, are down to the bone cellular structure. Our eyes are being upgraded. All kinds of things are happening. And so this is why right now they really want us to say, when you're in the store, say, is this going to be good for my body today? So like, in other words, don't go to the meat section and say, oh, here's all the dead cows. Just go there and say, is this right for my body today? And then if it is, bless that soul and know that that soul is revered. I've heard this from many, many different sources, including people who channel animal spirit. And this has nothing to do with, cruelty and that whole thing. These are right. We're not talking about souls that have not awakened and kind of went a little wayward. I'm talking specifically here around food and art. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of changes coming forward, and it may be within the next coming months. But the main thing they want us to do is to practice feeling what feels good for you. And then they don't want us to judge anyone that has to put, because they're saying all food is love. And whatever label and emotion you give it is how your body's receiving it. So when I go to the grocery store, it's the love store. I go to the farmer's market, it's the love store. And tell your food you love it. It has a consciousness, right? So, and then take it in that way. And if it is something with sugar in it, someone gave me a piece of cake the other day and I'm not a big dessert person. And now what? It was given with such love. And I was like, oh my gosh, I enjoyed every single bite of it, but I took it in as love. Now, the old human would have gone, oh, that's sugar or that's gluten, or all of those things were meant to keep us in separation, where we said, oh, you got to really control everything that goes in your body. And it's not about that. It's about feeling what your body needs. And just know that right now we're in this transition period of evolution with our physical bodies. So they're just saying, be loving and kind, and just notice if you're eating something out of stress. That's when you go, okay, wait, now I'm eating with the noodle. And then take those 3 deep breaths and come to center and say, what feels good? So again, I want to thank you for bringing this forward. This is like, could be a yucky discussion to bring up, but if you hadn't have brought this forward, if it came forward, it means it was meant to be discussed. And I'm sending you big love. And again, I took down the words those words, because I wanted to be able to address it without pointing a finger at anybody, because honestly, the courage it takes to come forward in here is much appreciated. And I hope that this will help a lot of you. Many of us have so many like crazy 3D beliefs around food, and just know right now, just feel and go, does this feel good in my body? I literally pick up fruit and go, are you good for me today? And yes, I dump it in the cart. And some days something goes, oh no, I don't feel like that. And you're going to find things, by the way, you want to see the upside of this? That's really cool. You're discovering new things that you actually like that you thought you didn't like, and things that you used to call a favorite, you kind of lose a flavor for it. Why? In the 5D, we aren't bringing anything along. Remember, it's a clean slate. So it's almost like they're cleansing our palates as part of this process too. So don't be shocked if all of a sudden you're interested or attracted to foods that you've never have been in the past. Or like if you drink it, like for me, I was drinking the same brand of coffee for like 10 years. And then I came to Cabo and it's like harder to find it. So I was like, let me try a local coffee. Fantastic. I never would have like expanded my palate had I not done that. And so just be open to new things and changing your diet. And I even hate the word diet because it doesn't even, consciousness runs the body is the truth. So, and our wellness is assured, and all of this stuff is going to be so much easier. I promise, coming forward, it really will be, because I've been playing with this one for a while, and I look forward to when we can have more food discussions, because I love food. I love food. So, There's another one about work, but let's talk about this because I see this erratic pattern of light behind my face here. So I want to address it. Okay, let's see what's going on. So, just timeline wise. So this was taken this morning. Whoops, I got the wrong. Okay. So right here, this was yesterday's graph. That represents 10 p.m. last night, 10 p.m. Tuesday, no, sorry, 10 a.m. yesterday. I told you the fog's real. Fog is real. I'm not immune to it, guys. So this was 10 a.m. yesterday. Okay, this point. So now we coming over. This was taken early this morning. So probably we're looking at 3 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. So I just put it Wednesday a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But what you can see is, let me move the melon. So look at these upper chakras are getting, it's like, I'm calling this a brain scrub down because that's how, I don't know, for me, for some reason, I'm like, this feels like a lot of brain upgrading. This is all solid release and integration here. This is the stuff that can cause that washing machine feeling. And then you can see there's light. We're getting some high frequency in here, a lot of integration, a lot of release. And then you can see at the beginning, even when as that was coming, there was light coming in. Here we go. This is supporting the newly awakened. These are activations. A lot of these are activations. You may not, your human may not feel or be aware of them yet. And it's almost like you'll be using it before you know it got activated, is how it comes. Like all of a sudden you're going to go, oh my gosh, my telepathy is really good because like the last three people I thought about all of a sudden called me or sent me an email or texted me. And don't doubt it. Don't doubt it because the noodle's going to go, it's a coincidence. The noodle calls everything a coincidence and a synchronicity. And your soul's going, stop listening to your noodle. I'm trying to give you some help here. Literally what happened. Our guides are like, oh my gosh, get that noodle out of the way. Let it make some noodle soup. But I'll tell you guys, it's real. Mine was making up a lie yesterday and I had to do some work to get it to shh. It was ridiculous. It was, I was laughing at myself. And then I asked my guides what to do. And they said, you're not in any condition to do anything about this right now. So I watched a funny show, did a meditation, and went to bed. And it was true because this morning they gave me the perfect guidance and the whole thing was resolved and it was never even a problem. My noodle tried to make it a problem. So you're not alone in this wild ride. Let's peek at our chakras, shall we? And I do want to address somebody who has to start a new job. A lot of that going on. A lot of that going on. Take this job and shove it. Oh, what a great song. Hang on. Okay, so here, this one, I'm using the caveat that you can see these pushes to the crown, and this is like persistent. These are a lot of stuff being released. There's also new energy coming in, supporting the awakening, supporting the third eye definitely is getting a lot of action. That can feel like pressure in the head. The eyes are getting upgraded, ringing in the ears. Many of you are having these vivid dreams, lots of crazy dream sequences where you're actually remembering all of it. Here's the advice. Don't analyze it. The heavy lifting gets done at night because the noodle can't make any noodle soup because it's sleeping. It can't turn the stove on without your help. So just like know that it's all kinds of different healings and reconciliations. Remember, all kinds of things are being completed in September, while at the same time we are jumping forward. So inorganic timelines are collapsing while the organic timeline, you're reaching up to a higher and higher one. So that's what's causing this, deep feeling of distortion. And really stay out of the news. Stay out of the news because it'll just get your noodle, like, unless you want to go make a pile of noodle soup, the news will get your melon going on that. Just really focus on you, your energy, your thoughts, and saying, what do I want to create in this now moment? You're a conscious creator now. Like, own your power and start playing with it. The best way to do it. Study something that you're interested in. I'm not kidding you. Pick up a book or get online and do some research about something that you're interested in that's a heartfelt desire. That keeps who off the stove. It really does. And it feeds your creative juices, which is what you are. You're a creative person. Okay. I want to address, there was somebody that is starting a new job and they said, I haven't had to work in a couple of years, and they were in, and you're in this struggle. I need this to survive. So a couple of things. One, this lack energy thing is really, really prevalent right now. This is a global energy, in collective consciousness. And if it was pertinent to you, even on an ancestral level, like like we're clearing it back to the first incarnation. So this is a massive rock that's getting lifted, and it's already being worked on. And so for many of you, if you feel like, oh my gosh, I thought I had this resolved, and then all of a sudden, I don't know how I'm making a living, I'm starting a new job. So here's how you stay in your power. This is temporary. This is temporary. And instead of what you're lacking, focus on what it's bringing you. And okay, with this, I'm putting gas in my car. I'm going to buy some beautiful food that's a pure love. I'm going to go to the love store and fill my body with love that it needs. And use this as, be the light wherever you go. You're on the love train means, I know you got a bright light. You wouldn't be here. So be the light and say to your guides, show me how to turn this opportunity into something that's in my best and highest good. And go in there and don't listen to anybody that's, maybe been there for a while and already bitter and chewed up and ready to go. And just be your light and say, listen, I'm new. I really want to work my way through. I really want to feel this situation out thank you for your input. And just make sure that you stay in your own positive light and just observe what is going on. Ask your guides to show you, because you never know where opportunities can come from. You could meet someone, and be authentic. This is so hard, especially in the workplace. We put on these dumb masks that never work. They never work. So be authentic, go in there and shine your light, and talk about things that are in your heart. You may meet someone and say, oh, I love painting, and they may love painting too. And you don't know what unlimited possibilities exist for you unless you're open to it. So that's my guidance for you, is just be open completely to unlimited possibilities, and don't see this job as like something you're forced to do or you have to do. Just go in with gratitude and say, I'm grateful for this opportunity right now because it's going to help me. Our needs are met, our wellness is assured, and I promise you, I'm delivering a powerful, we're going to help give that lack energy, nasty thing a shove tomorrow in such a big way. And we're going to fill you up, and you're really going to feel this shift. I've done this. I've been shown it. You feel it. It's palpable. And just know that that energy is just chewing right now. It's like on a farewell tour, and it's kind of like shit in the bed on its way out, quite literally. It's like, that's what's going on. So just have some patience and just go into your new job with a smile on your face and go, know what? I'm going to magnify this opportunity. Be the light. Be the light. Fill yourself with love and light, and it will expand into your entire new work environment. And you may have an experience you weren't even expecting. So I am sending you guys tons and tons of love. Those of you who are in a similar position, just, how can I be the light? What would make my heart happy? And really listen and feel for the energy. And any energy that's not playing nice, we are getting the big broom out and gonna get it moving out of here. So for those of you who haven't registered for the focus group link yet, it's in the community section, or you can go to my website and subscribe to the focus group there. You just scroll all the way to the bottom. It'll say subscribe to focus group. And if you're really stuck, just message me on here and say, woman, I can't get the link. Please send it. I don't like this tech stuff. And I'll go ahead and send it to you. We'll get it to you one way or another. And that's going to be tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time. If you cannot make it, do not worry, but you're going to want this recording, because we're going to do a beautiful energy healing. And just hit me up and I will send you the recording. Everybody who's subscribed will automatically get the link. Now I got my fancy email system going. And I love all of you so, so much. And again, a big thank you for those of you who share in here and are looking for guidance, and those of you who are supporting each other in such a loving way. It's why we're all here. We're all finding our way through this brand new space together. Things are getting better. It's just a little weird right now. Let's just play with the weird. That's all we can do. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow for sure. Mwah.